All right, everybody, it's Friday. The luxury vendor is up, and it's another episode of ESO Housing Open and Honest. I'm Wonderboy, and I'm joined, as always, by my feisty wood elf sidekick, Hetera Thais. And we are at Goranir Estate, and we are going to have us a look around.
Which we haven't yet, so this is new for us.
Yeah, we are going in 100% fresh today. In the past, we have kind of cheated and previewed the property a little bit ahead of time. So this is going to be new and fresh to us. So you are going to be getting our very first reactions on this today.
A virginal exploration.
Very apt.
So, yay! A Khajiit tent with shit in it.
Yes, finally somebody realized that tents aren't just there. Looks like we do have a little bit of float on the center basket, but kind of got to give them points for the sack that's placed nicely in the crate.
Yeah, definitely. And all the other stuff besides this backpack is placed very, very well.
Yes, yeah, the backpack is, well, not technically floating. It is placed in a way that does sort of still defy physics, as it is tilted in a not so believable way.
I mean, unless it had double-sided tape on the back and was just kind of glued to the crate.
Hey, you never know.
That's how I keep my boobs from popping out all the time.
Or this is about housing, not about personal containment. Double-sided tape. Wow.
So I am not 100% sure on the crate in the rock. Like, you would have had to
Build the rock around the crate.
No,
Yeah.
build the crate around the rock?
No.
In the rock?
This is not physically reasonable. No, I agree. I mean, visually I think it's alright, but yeah, I mean, when you start to apply logic, it totally is like, what the hell? It just does not happen. Like, this is not how rocks and crates work. And the tapestry kind of clipping into the rock is also kind of a no-no. Like, I feel like
agree.
The rock just needs to move.
I actually dig the tapestry here as in the entryway. I just wish they had moved it out further.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And a horse. I like it.
Of course.
And it's actually placed very well and carefully.
Yeah, this whole horse and crate setup is quite well done.
This rock floats.
Ooh. Yeah, rocks shouldn't float unless they're pumice and they're on water. So definitely ground your stones, please, people.
I'm just glad somebody else used this arch. I love this bone arch.
And is that just because it's wood elf?
Mm-hmm. And it's bone. I actually wish that they had, like, this item. I wish that it was all even instead of, like, being different sizes, because you could make a much better walkway with it.
Yeah, that would make sense. Which is probably exactly why it's not like that.
Ooh, is that a ramp up?
Oh, so it is. I actually did not notice that. This is a fun little adventure here. Looks like we're going to a treehouse.
It's built well, and there's ramp safety. Bravo. Most people have no ramp safety.
Yes, and without ramp safety, you get dead people in your house, and it's always unpleasant.
I love this little area. Look at all the Bosmere shit.
Oh yeah, yep. Well, I mean, if you're gonna have a treehouse, what better theme than wood elf? It all looks pretty carefully placed too.
I agree. I love when people place shit carefully on shit they actually built.
Yes. I like the chairs are kind of not placed evenly on purpose.
I agree. This whole little area, this is very well done.
Except that this whole bar area is floating.
Yeah, so is the barrel and the red guard thing over here.
Yeah, like there's an equal amount of float happening here. Like something weird happened. It's almost like they moved the floor at some point and then forgot to move everything down with it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's all like, yeah, it's pretty level in terms of the float. Like I think they had that whole area set up, and then they like moved some stuff around and moved the floor, and then never rebalanced it. But if everything gets moved down, like this area is otherwise pretty darn solid.
And look at that hella good barrel rack placement.
Yes, there's a beautiful barrel rack. No complaints. I mean, if we're perfectionists, we could say, well, the bottom barrel's sticking out a little further than the other ones, but it's in there totally believably, so it works.
I blame cheap Argonian labor.
It's always the lizard's fault for sure. I kind of dig the bunk beds in the tent here.
I do too. Yeah, I might not have used the high elf ones, because burnt orange and yellow does not go together.
I don't think
but...
I think the other option's pretty much blue though, and I don't know that that's a lot better.
There's only two kinds of bunk beds?
I think so. Yeah, I think there's just the Breton and the high elf. No, that's not true. I think there might be an orcish one that's kind of like a brown. That might have been okay.
I would have went with the orcish one, yeah.
Yeah.
No, this area is freaking cool though.
Yeah. Except for the uniform float, which I'm totally seeing like everywhere. But yes, that is really creative and totally like it makes sense, like a treehouse in this like property. And the fact that this area is accessible is really cool. It sucks that you can't actually go a little any further than this. Hopefully,
I wonder if there's a hole somewhere.
I would very much like to find out. Ooh, I like this.
I do too. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's very smooth run. I like it. Yay! I love elks. That's my mount for my elf costume in the winter. Super adorable.
Yeah, we do have a bit of partial float going on with both the bucket and the bucket's completely floating, and the apple and the elk's only got his front paws on the ground. And I can't make the excuse that they moved the floor on this one because they totally couldn't have. But,
well, they actually set it outside of the range, so they set it and they probably didn't feel like retrieving it.
That's a good point. But I still don't think that excuses them, but I can understand it. So,
I will give people a lot of you get bonus excuse credit for ramp safety.
Fair enough, yeah. Not being able to easily fall to your death is a nice feature.
This person knows how to use a Khajiit tent.
Yes,
100%.
Yes, they do. And I really have no complaints with this particular tent setup. Looks like everything's well placed. The color scheme's a lot better.
It's a shame you can't read that book.
Yeah, that's true.
And the fact that you don't actually use the rocking chair when you sit in it.
Yeah. That's not their fault. That's somebody else's fault. Not to name any names, Zos, but cough cough. Rocking chairs that don't rock aren't rocking chairs.
I like this. I really do.
Yeah, I it normally I might take issue with plants growing up out of wooden planks, but given the treehouse setting, it kind of almost to me like gives the impression that like we're in the leaves.
Mm-hmm.
So I dig it. Good use of the wood elf hearth. Made a little bed out of it. Lots of creativity, lots of original design here, custom structures, all good things. These are things we like to see in every home.
Yeah, very gorgeous. A lot of people have done similar things at this place with the ramps and the stuff, but this is one of the best I've seen, hands down.
For me personally, I actually really haven't seen this property a whole lot. I think I've been here once, maybe twice before I've seen people use this property. And it's been fairly plain. Like the one time, like they just added like a ton of additional trees and it was just like a giant forest, which was okay. This is cool. I like the using the art bench to kind of close this in a little bit.
So, like, is that just rock art or is that like a rock monster?
That's a very good question. See, I wonder if there's eyes on the other side. If there's eyes on the other side, I'm going with monster. Otherwise, I'm going with rock art. I don't see anything that specifically says like rock monster, but that's pretty cool. I actually didn't even notice that until you mentioned it.
I like their little garden area, but I have to admit, I don't understand the cacti.
Yeah.
This is not the ideal growing situation for a cactus.
No, it's not.
It's plant abuse, people.
The cactus is growing out of a rock in an area that's far too...
way too moist.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Could only be worse if it was in Stay Moist Mansion.
Yeah. Oh, little Bantam Guar and the pretty black lion. Oh no, we have gravestones.
And very appropriately, the Grave Watcher statue. Interestingly enough, I haven't seen anybody use the Grave Watcher statue near graves prior to this. It's just funny because it seems like such an obvious thing.
I agree. And I mean, things are just placed very well.
Yeah.
I like that they've aged it. They didn't just pop them down. Like, this is an old grave area, and they did a very good job with it.
Yep, I have to agree. 100%.
I hope that they got the achievements for PvP so they can put skeletons there, maybe.
Yeah, that would be good. Whoever owns this house, I hope you did your diligence during Mid-Year Mayhem, because you need to add some more skellies. Okay, this works.
It works. It's not inspired.
Yeah, that's
but It's alright.
Yeah. I think I would really have liked to have seen something done in the upper area of this. It's just a lot of empty space in the vertical zone.
And all the different, pardon me. I understand the sigil stands and the religious symbols were all sold at the same time, but you don't have to put them all together, and you don't have to use them for that, because it doesn't really make sense logically in, like, the Elder Scrolls universe.
Yeah, for sure. This looks well done.
So far, yeah.
I mean, we've got some float on these stations, but that might have been a necessary evil for usability. So I know that sometimes that's the case, especially in these properties that are shaped a little bit more unconventionally.
Yes, and they did a hella good job with these hanging things. Well, okay, besides the Argonian top up there. But most of it is done. It's very difficult to hang. I've done this a few times, and they did not do a bad job.
No, that looks pretty good. And lots more wood elf stuff too, so you like that, and I'm beginning to like wood elf stuff, I guess.
Whatever.
For sake of not getting my heart ripped out and eaten again.
Yeah, well, you'll be safe with this Bosnia. They've got fruit in this place.
Good thing. I've only got so many hearts to have ripped out and eaten before eventually I run out of them.
Oh, I didn't even notice that you can use this mushroom to get back over here.
Yeah. Was there... Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, so that goes...
Oh, I found a loot.
Loot? Where are you?
The last of the third house.
Okay. Oh. This is pretty good.
And I wish I had that achievement. Damn it. Talking about the one for the laundering of millions gold. I don't have pile loot yet, and I really need it from one place.
Yep, I know the place in which you're talking about. In fact, I think it's for a very similar setup. Big old cage full of stuff. Yeah. This all looks pretty well placed.
It is very well placed, but I question the thematic ness of it.
Yeah, the torture stuff is throwing me off a bit. How about you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe as a warning?
Yeah, maybe. That could be... you catch someone stealing this and you've got the stuff to deal with them right conveniently located. But I don't know if I'd want essentially this people juicer like right next to my gold piles, because it's gonna turn into blood money. And yeah.
You gonna keep going with that?
No. Nope. Because I have nowhere to go with that. It's just... Sometimes I say things without thinking them through completely. Yeah, I think there must still be more to this property, right?
No, that was it.
Is it?
Yeah.
That was it?
I mean, unless they did like a super secret place, but I don't see it anywhere. That's it. This place was awesome. I loved it.
Did we get over to that tent over there?
I believe so. Are you questioning my ability to tour properties?
I don't I don't think we went over to that one. It's got like a red guard bed in it, and it's got the thief vendor thing. What's it called? Oh, this is killing me.
Where are you talking about?
Yeah, where you're looking now, right across there.
Oh yeah, I don't think we did.
No,
all
I
right,
don't think so.
all right, you win.
I have to win sometimes. I can't always be wrong.
I'll make a note of it.
Make a note in what will probably be a very short list.
Oh, and it's done very well. I like how you get to it.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky.
It was a secret place.
Got a floating cushion in here, but aside from that, this all works real well, and just further emphasizing their ability to use a tent. So,
such a nice bed to put in a tent in a treehouse.
Right? It's almost too nice. Looks good though.
Bosmers can have nice things too.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you're a Bosmer, and you've got a really awesome sidekick, right? Right?
I love the fact that you're my sidekick. I didn't even have to like say it. You just owned it.
Yeah, you know I tell her how
Robin.
it is.
All right, Robin.
I'm not calling you Batman. Well, I am Wonder Boy. That's not a far cry from the Boy Wonder, even though I do hate being called that. So it totally works anyhow. Yeah, I think that might now be the end of the property. But looking around, yeah, there's the Grave Watcher. Yep, I totally think we did this. So whoever's property this is, very nicely done. You just, for the most part, thematically, the house is really great. Most items are placed really great. You did have some floating things, and but yeah, the tree houses especially, like, really dig the way they're set up. Do you have any closing thoughts, Wood Elf Overlord of mine?
No, I think that about covers it.
All right.
But no, bravo. And thank you for leaving your house open so we could violate it.
Yeah. Just note to anybody who's watching, if your house isn't wide open, there's a good chance we will not be able to visit it. And we do occasionally check out houses that people request. If you request us to visit your house, please, please, please leave your @name and verify that you are on the PC North American server, because that's where we are, so that's where we can visit. But again, thank you for watching, and we'll see you again next week when the luxury vendor pops up.